Yo, what up YouTube? Caleb here with the Motivated Lawn Care Show. In today's video, we're gonna walk through a really painful video for me, and that is how much money have I spent on my 2009 Ram 1500. So let's jump right into it, and I might throw in some bonus stuff of how much money I spent on my mowers and all that other stuff, good stuff at the end. So let's get this started. So I've got the majority of my receipts on these pieces of paper right now. Yeah, I'm a little bit old school. I got some paper. But I realized I don't actually have all of them on paper. So I'm going to go into my accounting software and I'm going to just kind of double check and see what we got in there. Now, I do want to start with this. I'm on QuickBooks right now and I can see the total amount that I spent on my equipment, like repairs, maintenance, that sort of stuff. It does not necessarily include the price of them themselves. Actually, I don't think the report is in the correct. 1 second, guys. The number seems a little bit low. For last month. Oh, man. All right, this year. We're going to go this year. And we're going to go reports. Let's look this up real quick. Equipment expenses. Bam, bam. So we found some of the stuff on the computer and then we got some of this in the receipts here. So let's find somewhere to set this up and we'll get this sucker started. Here we go. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna just randomly go through these because it's still pretty painful regardless. Lakeland Auto Repair. This was on... The work was completed 10/28/2022, so this is the most recent work I've had done. A couple of days ago, I dropped it off there. Grand total is $1,117.05. Front CV shaft, and there was actually some other stuff that was broken when they took it apart. It was broken, and they could tell my frustration a little bit, so they went, well, we'll give you a little bit of a discount on the labor. So I've also spent a significant amount of money, as you will hear about in a second, on this already, on my vehicle already. So they've made plenty of moolah off of me. This right here from Meguiar, the truck only came with one set of keys. So I had to go buy another one and get it like officially all set up. And that was $281.88. And I'll start adding at the end. I'll add everything up for you guys and put it on the screen for you guys to see. Next one, Monroe. It doesn't really say what this is. I don't know what this is, but it cost me $36.17, as you can see right there. Another one, we got, I don't think this is the full, here we go. So 2 pieces of paper. What did I have done? Oh, this is the fuel pump. Okay, so here's the fuel pump right here. I spent a total of $913.42 on a fuel pump. The story goes that I was at the gas station literally 2 days before I go on vacation. And when I'm on vacation, the guys are actually supposed to be working that entire week. And I'm not gonna have a truck because the fuel pump goes while I'm at the gas station. Now, to make this even more painful, I was at the gas station filling up with gas, getting a car wash. There was a good looking girl there, and I may or may not have been revving it, getting a little bit too much attention. I roll up, turn off the truck, fill everything up with gas, go to start it up, and it doesn't start. So, yep, not my finest moment. I paid $200 for towing, so let's add that $200 towing in there as well. What's this one? This is a battery. Earlier in the spring, my battery kept, like my battery was no good, so it just wouldn't start. So I had to jump start it like every couple of properties. And so that, and somebody lost the gas cap. So that was a total of $252.17, which you can see right here. Boom. Now this was the first big expense that happened during the year. This was actually, I bought the truck. That was the very first thing I bought. I didn't have a trailer. I didn't have mowers. I didn't have anything. I was pretty sure I wanted to get an enclosed trailer. I knew how much that was. And then this happened. So I bought this truck. Now this is really embarrassing for me, but I didn't get the truck actually like officially inspected before I paid a lot of money for it. How much money? I think I paid $8,200 plus sales tax, which was like another $800. So I spent like 9 grand and I didn't even get this thing inspected when it could have cost me 20 bucks and I could have saved myself on this sucker right here, $3,102.45. Now, I'm just gonna go off the top of my head as well. What was the thing that I just had done? I should have the receipt for it somewhere. I don't know where the receipt is for it, but something else broke. I'm gonna put some pictures and videos up on the screen here. It was my bearing. My bearing broke, and that's how they knew the CV shaft was about to go too, which was what I had replaced last week that cost me $1,000. And this other visit, I paid for AAA, which I have the service now because I've gotten towed 2 times already. So I'm like, you know what? If I'm getting towed all the time, I might as well just get AAA. I've got like the high-end version of it. That was like 250 bucks, which honestly, it's gonna save me a lot of money on towing in the future. What else did I spend money on? And so yeah, there was the whole the bearing, and then we messed up a brake caliper too. One of them got overextended. Nobody put C-clamps in it, so I pressed on the brakes, overextended it. So I need a new caliper. I need a new brake line on that side. I needed, I had the pads. I needed a new bearing. And there's like one other thing that broke while they were working on it. And so it ended up costing me about $1,000. I also spent $1,500 on the brakes. I think it was a little bit more than $1,500. New brake lines, new rotors, and new pads all around, and new calipers in the rear. And then recently I got the, when I overextended the one caliper, so all of the calipers are brand new, but one of them, which is kind of weird, but you know, it is what it is. So we're gonna add that all up into the mix. I'll put all the numbers on the screen here, but this number right here is the grand total of the money that I spent, all of which could have been avoided if I had simply gotten the truck checked out for like 20 bucks. It's pretty frustrating, and the money spending is not done yet. So we have one more thing that we have to fix on the truck, and that's gonna cost about $150, so not bad. I'd rather not have to do that. I'm trying to think what else. There's a couple of other things that got broken along the way. It's been dinged up pretty badly. I've never been in an accident with another vehicle. That being said, the trailer has come off of the ball. It was my bad. It wasn't clipped in properly. It slid off, slid into the back of the truck when I slowed down. Man, not that bad of a dent. I leaned on the side of the truck and it made a dent. That wasn't really my bad either. It's just kind of like a weird freak thing. I was talking about how rusty my truck was, and I took my boot, my steel toe boot, and I affectionately kicked the side of my truck and put a hole in the side of the truck. And my foreman has backed up into the tail light of my truck. So like he'll pinch the trailer so the trailer hits the tail light before it like pinches for real. So he did that. He's done it 2 or 3 times. He's also let the tailgate down while the trailer is connected and turned. When you turn, what happens is it's so close together that it actually crunches the tailgate. So the tailgate of the truck got messed up. There's just a bunch of like stupid things that have kind of happened. So it's gonna leave me a lot more mechanically sound, but cosmetically a lot worse than when I got it. So yeah, and before we leave, we might as well go over how much I've spent on my mowers because, so I'm trying to think, here we go. All right, I highlighted all these. Here we go, so this is the mower section. So that was the truck section. This is the mower section with all these papers right here. We're gonna walk right through them. And then there's actually a trailer section, which is another couple $1,000s. Well, not a couple thousand, but anyway, I spent $8,200 on the truck, $800 on sales tax, or 9 grand. Plus all this number, I'll add it up on the screen for you. These are the mowers. I'm just gonna go through maintenance, and then I'll go like how much I spent on each mower. So This is pretty recent, 9/23/2022. I spent $2,616.61. If you guys have not seen the video, we blew up the engine on one of my mowers, and that was very, very expensive. Brand new engine. Yeah, so that was that, $2,616.61. Now we also have another one, my Hustler Trim Star. We needed new tires, oil, O-ring, basic stuff. That was $243.65. It's got brand new tires on it. That thing I got a steal on, which we'll talk about in a second. What's the other thing? What is this? This was maintenance that when I first got the Trim Star. I'll put all the pictures of the mowers and talk about the mowers at the end, but one of the mowers that I got, when I first got it, I just put it in the shop, and they replaced the fuel filter, and I think that's it, and that was $49.45. This is, I don't know what this is, but it looks like, I don't know who did this, but it was completed on 6/29/2022, and this cost me a grand total of $1,095.41. So what would that be? January, February, March, April, May, June. I don't know what that was. I don't really remember. It's been a long season. I've spent a lot of money. What's this other one? 126.06. Just some random thing that breaks on Hustlers all the time. Another thing for $50.54. No idea what that was either. We have something else that was $424.97. This is actually what I paid at the beginning of the season to get everything. Like, I mean, we're talking filters, spark plugs, blades, oil, full inspection, grease. I mean, literally just everything to get it ready for the season. $424.97 when I first bought my first two mowers. This was done by another company not too far from us. Also, I apologize if my neighbors are screaming. They do it a lot. I'm not a huge fan. Neighbors, if you're watching this video, please stop screaming. So this is $305.88 for that. And I think they charged me for something else too. Oh, they charged me for something else for $263.86, so grand total almost $600 for that. And then we're gonna talk about trailer. But first, before we talk about trailer, how much did I spend on my mowers? Hustler Fast Track, which I'll put a picture of here. I spent $4,900, pretty decent deal, and then I spent all this money on it. So yeah, so that was $5,000. The Ferris 32 Hydro Cut, also put a picture right here. I spent $2,200 on it, way more than I should have. And then my other mower, a Hustler Trim Star 36, which I'll put a picture of right here. That cost me $1,500, and it came with a bagging kit. So that was a steal. Both of the Hustlers, the first Hustler was a decent deal. The second Hustler was an absolute steal. And the Ferris was a horrible deal. So we're gonna go on to trailer. We got a couple of good stuff right here. This first one is, I blew one of the tires on it, so I got a patch. It was basically bald, but I got a patch on a bald tire, trailer tire, and somehow it held up until I put it in the shop the next time, like 3 or 4 months later. I literally drove with like a 1,500-pound dingo on my trailer with this patch tire that cost me $26.99. One of the better financial decisions I've made in my life. This other one was basically like after I did the dingo. You guys might have seen the reel. It kind of went a little bit crazy. We got a couple thousand views. That was like my second YouTube post. I literally posted that the day after, the morning after I had posted my very first video, which was the trailer setup video. The trailer setup's a little bit different now, but that's what it was. And I think it got like 4,000 views. And so in that video, we made like $750 doing a grading job with a dingo. And believe it or not, that actually did my trailer in. And so I had to actually put it in the shop for a bunch of different things. We're talking bearings. We're talking, they did some bearings, hubs, seals, axle, brakes. I mean, there was just a butt ton of things. Like the brakes basically weren't working on my trailer. The tires, one of the wheels was messed up. Two of the tires were bald. The bearing had gone. The axle, I think, had almost gone. Like we might have saved it, but you wouldn't know if you look. There's literally like this page, and there's this page, and then there's this page of stuff that they did on the trailer. She came back like brand new, and then the guys messed it up pretty good again. So, and then that grand total was $1,214.23. And I paid $2,700 for that trailer. The guy was asking 28, after 25. He said no lower than 27. I gave him $2,700. That was kind of like a middle of the road financial decision. That was just like, wasn't stupid, wasn't a good deal. You know, it's just kind of like you live, you learn. Now, grand total, I'll put like a grand total number right here, what I spent on everything equipment related. I'll be completely honest with you. The stuff that I spent on this on the truck, I did not have to spend. I could have just gotten it inspected. I could have gotten a decent truck. That being said, I do, after looking at the numbers, kind of appreciate it. I may have spent $10,000 on the truck after spending $9,000 on the truck. I think I've been out, like, I think it probably cost me $15,000 between the truck itself, which was $9,000, and this stuff, which was at least $6,000, maybe even $7,000 or $8,000. So, not the best financial decision. My advice to you guys, if you want to save yourself a headache and thousands of dollars, get your truck inspected for $20 before you buy something. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. It was informative about how much money I did not have to spend. If you want some legitimate business advice, go to themotivated.com, subscribe to my free newsletter. I'd really appreciate it. And I will catch you guys on the next episode. Peace out, Girl Scouts.